In times of crises, people sell what they can and not what they want. By the famous Jim Rickards. Jim Rickards is a notorious name in the financial sector, and especially for the crisis prevention. So if you don't know who Jim Rickards is, pause this video, go check out one of his audio books or books. He's got about 4 that I definitely recommend. And work your way backwards. Start with the new Great Depression, talking about the effects of the pandemic and how we are yet to really experience the true depression from the economic impact. Now, why do I say that quote? Well, we've all survived. We've all survived another correction. I'm not going to say crash. I'm going to say correction. Reframe it. Honestly, the other day when I woke up, it did feel like I came out of a war zone. Mainly, again, if you are an EXO customer, you'll know the feeling. You've taken out a collateral loan. You're watching that repayment figure and you're watching your assets depreciate and you're like, oh. So I was staying up most of the night, making sure I was paying off my loan as it was slowly coming down, making sure I was not over leveraged. And if you were liquidated, I do feel for you. My heart goes out to you. No, you're not alone. Do not beat yourself up. Okay. Much better to make the small mistakes now than the big ones when we appreciate. And if you do need help, please reach out to Nexo. They have an incredible support team. Be patient with them. As you can imagine, there's quite a few people. Now, on to a more positive note. The Bearable Bull, the leader of the XRP community, and an incredible tweet. We are going to 10 to 20x from these prices. I believe him. He bets his life on it. 5 to 6 years worth of research and lived experience, whilst working with high net worth individuals as well. He knows this moment right now. It's something he warned us about quite a while ago. And many people felt he was taking the fun out of investing. Ironic that when you have a content creator who isn't speaking to your confirmation bias, which is, hey, we're going to go up forever, and actually is a contrarian. People don't like to hear something that goes against their beliefs, and we have to remind ourselves that everyone's going to have different opinions, and hopefully we can all agree that the Bearable Bull has our best interests at heart, as he is invested as well, just like all the other content creators. But now what he's warning us, his tune has changed. Life-changing wealth is imminent, and we deserve what's about to happen. So hopefully everyone, you've brushed yourself off. If you were liquidated, I'm sorry. If you were close to it, well done for surviving. Please make sure you keep an eye on that repayment. And if you were just holding, keep positive. Know what you hold. And today, we're going to reassure you of what you hold. Shout out to the XRP bully. I'm not even going to say anything. Let's sit back and watch this video.
In the country, but as I guess we've said repeatedly, and that's on top of the excessive energy used to mine Bitcoin. Bitcoin is more of a speculative asset than money, and it has certainly failed the test of becoming a means of payment.
Well. Hopefully you get a sense from my channel already. I'm not anti-Bitcoin, and hopefully anyone in crypto is exactly the same. However, we have to be apparent to its limitations. And so although the BIS right there, Mr. Benoit Cure, and the head of the Bank of International Settlements, has not explicitly come out and said who they're working with, what they're looking at, what they're doing, they have given us a clue already to exclude one of 10,000 cryptos that will not be used for the new rails that they're building for the payment system that's coming into play. So we've got confirmation already, which we already knew, that Bitcoin is not going to be part of this new financial reset, regardless of Michael Saylor. I had way too much fun editing that clip of him. So let's take a look. It's a 45, I think, an hour video. And the source, head over to the XRP Bullies Twitter. Matt actually found this, Matt Landman. Incredible researcher in the space and completely underappreciated. So be sure to go check him out as well. The source link is right there to the YouTube briefing. But there was a little write-up from Ritters. I can never pronounce it correctly. Ritters? Someone's going to butcher me in the comments. But we know this is a trusted source. And a key quote during the briefing from Benoit was, "The train has left the station," referring to the move towards central bank digital currencies and its support. It's not that we are getting carried away. We are just looking around. Words mean things, as DAI would say. And if we head over to XRP right now, I follow him on Twitter, now subscribed on YouTube. He had the interview clip of Rosie Rios. Her name is on the money, the former US Treasurer who has joined the board of directors for Ripple. During a recent-ish interview, May the 20th, she said this.
21st clip, and listen closely.
What do you think about cryptocurrency as a form of currency?
Well, I think the train's already left the station in terms of...
Boom. Pause right there.
The cryptocurrency. You may or may not know that I just joined the board of Ripple, and the reason why I chose to join that board, it's, in my opinion, one of the few cryptocurrency options out there that has a credible and legitimate use. So financial institutions...
Now, I do apologize if this is many of yours first time seeing this interview, because it's very laggy and you may think, oh, Jordan, this could be easily edited. I promise you it's not. It's laggy on my end, and it may have been something with XRP right now's streaming of this. Rest assured, this is legit, and there is definitely better quality of this online. I should have tried harder to find it. I apologize, people. But you all heard her. The train has already left the station. Words do mean things. But of course that's not enough. And we can do some healthy speculation, and we have to, because by the time they announce who it is and what they're doing, it will be too late. So this is the entire briefing, which you can find on the XRP Bullies Twitter. And here we have Mr. Benoit. And I believe this is representative from Hong Kong. As I was listening halfway through, unfortunately, it doesn't have in the description who this gentleman is. Please, in the comments, let me know who this gentleman is. I should have done my research prior, but I was so caught up when Bully sent me this, and Matt told me, jump to this timestamp, jump to that timestamp. However, I'm going to play from here. Healthy speculation. It's about a minute long.
Which your question is about having platforms, multiple CBDC platforms, where CBDCs can be settled against each other. Another possible model is one where different national payment systems would be interoperable. That is, would be based on common standards, but not necessarily with bridges being built between them. So there are different models, and we've discussed that in a recent BIS working paper. So I can refer to that. So the MCBDC platform approach is one where the exchange and settlement of different CBDCs are brought together on the same platform, and here the key advantage is about streamlining the number of possible transactions. If you have a large number of CBDCs in the global economy, then you have an even larger number of possible transactions between different couples of CBDCs. It's n times n minus 1 over 2, I guess. And if you want to make this faster, to streamline this, it makes a lot of sense to bring the transactions on a single platform, where possibly also with a single settlement asset that would be used in the platform to reduce the number of possible transactions. So that's why.
So I'm just going to stop that there. Hopefully you're all on the edge of your seats for a good reason. And I'm not going to jump in now and say this is definitely the XRP ledger as the platform, and XRP is going to be that single token to settle all those settlements between a number of CBDCs on this platform. What I am going to say, however, and I've spoken to a couple of content creators in the space before making this today, which is this could be XLM, this could be XRP, this could be Hbar, Hedera Hashgraph, this could be Algo. The list goes on to Ethereum. I don't know too much about Ethereum. Again, I'm completely candid in terms of my areas of expertise. But if you hold one of these 5, to my knowledge and to other content creators, you're only going to be right once. And the way they are describing this, at least, in this very short briefing, and I say this is short because there's key timestamps and I've jumped to the 45-minute mark, so feel free to go back in your own time. We can be very, very, very confident that they're describing one of these 5 tokens in terms of what they're looking to do. So if that doesn't get you excited about what you hold, I don't know what will. And if that doesn't, let's put things in perspective. 169 views. Now, okay, granted, this was put out today, but I would bet, I wouldn't even want to bet my portfolio, but I would put a lot of fiat. I'm happy getting rid of cash. I would bet a lot of pounds that this won't see thousands of people. Why? This is boring. This is difficult. They use these big words like CBDC and settlement. And, some of you may think, Jordan, settlement. I promise you, you say, what does settlement mean in the financial terms to maybe your neighbor? They would guess. They would generally guess, what does an international bank settlement mean? And they'd be like, They use these big words. They push people out. These words are scary. They make you feel dumb. It is our job to educate ourselves. It's my job as well to hopefully simplify these things, to make you realize that this is a space for you, that you do belong here, and that once you ask the question once, you never have to ask again. Like I said, who is this guy? Please, someone tell me. The next time I see him in my next video, I look like I know even a little bit more. I don't just look, I do know more. But we have to be okay with not knowing and letting our ego go to develop in this space. There's an awful lot to learn. I've been in it for a year. There's content creators who have been here for 5 years. No one's an expert. Maybe once we've been here for a decade, we'll have some experts. But for now, we are all in this together, trying to figure out what people much smarter than us are planning. Now, over to, as Crypto Ellie would say, the fluff. Linux for PHP put out, and it's a fairly new Twitter account that they've got here. So Linux, I'm waiting for my Purism laptop that runs on Linux. Have now partnered with Flare to allow us to run a server node on our computers. And what I understand, the technical spec to run a server node for the Flare network is very, very simple. It doesn't require you to hold 500,000 of Spark token or anything like that. And in fact, I asked a question to a couple of veterans in the game what their thoughts were. And I'll just point out a couple things. So after reading the doc, this is Sal and Mr. Blockchain 22, incredible YouTube channel as well. You'll earn rewards as a validator if you run a node. The rewards haven't been specified yet, as this is a beta version or beta. Will he run a node? Based on the low hardware requirements to run one, he's inclined to say yes. He'll set one up this week and see how much time he needs to invest once running. That's the key thing, time. Now, Sal is a very open and generous community member and has said that once he does set it up, he will share how he did it so we can learn. So be sure, if you are interested in running a server node for the Flare networks, and I can't see why not, and will be rewarded, and that will come out a little bit later on down the pipeline, what those rewards will look like. I do understand we'll need quite a lot of space and you'll need some time to go through the process, but Sal will walk us through that. And finally, Martin Volk, I hope I've pronounced your last name correctly, my friend, has just up his own YouTube channel. If you've been following my channel, you would have seen I featured his first YouTube video. Wow, what first one? 5.5 views, about how to use Nexo properly. And if you watched that video just before the crash, he would have protected you like he'd protect me. Use your collateral loan to buy assets and make sure you're never over leveraged. And he's gone on to make another 2, which I'm yet to watch. But an up-and-coming content creator you should be following. Now we're going to speed through the final part of today, which is the power move, which you still don't know anything about. The longest announcement ever. I can tell you we are finalizing the final offering, and I'm building out the insights page. That's all I can say for now. Lots to look forward to though. Philosophy. I started with the quote, in times of crisis, people sell what they can sell, not what they want to sell. Jim Vickers. And it's completely true. And I always say that paranoia pays, especially in crypto. We need to prepare for the worst, expect the best. So when you are taking out loans, when you are investing in crypto, don't invest what you can afford to lose. Invest what you can without impacting your existing lifestyle, and be sure to have capital on the side to prepare for a buying opportunity or to make a repayment of a collateral loan. It's very difficult to put yourself in a worst case scenario because you feel like you're being pessimistic. Studies have shown actually pessimists actually live longer because they're not less likely to take risk, but they're less likely to take risks, unnecessary risks. That's what I was looking for. They're less likely to take unnecessary risks. And we've got to mitigate against our risks in a very inherently risky industry. And the question of today, will you be setting up a Flare server node? I will be. Once my Purism laptop comes, and if you are interested in the Purism laptop, I'll talk about that in the next video. It takes about 3 months, so you can't rush perfection, give that time. But what I understand is you can run it on pretty much any laptop that's got a large amount of free space on it. Plus you'll need to go through those steps to set it up, which Sal is going to update us. And hell, I might even bring Sal on and we can do something live together. That would be pretty cool. So are you interested? Be sure to go check out Linux PHP on their Twitter account to find out more and stay up to date. Follow Mr. Blockchain 22, who's going to show you how to set up that node in due time. For now, family, congratulations for surviving the storm. Know what you hold. We're in good hands. Today, massive news with the Bank of International Settlements. I've been John Harry. Thank you for investing your time. Ciao for now, family.